on row number 15, Logan Vajda and Cole Schroeder. Row number 16, Diego Canteca and Santiago Fernandez. And row number 18, it will be, or 17, it'll be Christopher Barros and Haley Schroeder. Field now set. Now we're at it. Green, green, green. Montoya able to get a jump to the point where he was able to dive from right to left and actually grab the position. So Montoya goes to the lead. Got sheets everywhere in here trying to find that pre-final result sheet for you. Live timing, of course, it updated once they went across the line and went yellow, messed everything up on us, and then we're back at it. Clean driver driving through turn 8. Yeah, a couple guys stacking up. They got to take care of those bumpers. That's the key. And I know it's such a tipping point in terms of discussion about the pushbacks, but it really has cleaned up the opening laps of these races. You think back a couple of years ago, we were stacking carts up, flipping guys over. A lot cleaner racing than we've had in years past. Montoya will lead him across the line to complete lap number 1. 21 to go on a 5-driver breakaway. Montoya, Norberg, Ramirez, Opolsky, and Benoit. Little bit of a gap back to Thomas Nepvu. Canadian on the PSL karting Burrell Art machine. Santiago Trissini behind him. Hannah Greenmeyer up 4 spots into 9th. Alex Stanfield into 10th. Lucas Stako, the big mover in the top 20, up 9 positions. He started 22nd into the 13th position for Stako. .40 drivers in the X30 Senior class. And Montoya continues to lead with Ryan Norberg right behind him. Matias Ramirez in there as well. Ramirez is actually going to force the issue, and I believe he gets by with Norberg. Norberg goes by Montoya, who goes back to probably P5. I want to say 5th for Montoya, slotting back in. Norberg with the lead now. Ramirez runs in the 2nd spot. I think they brought Opolsky with them as well. So Norberg led the train by Montoya over in turn number 2. Remember that 5-driver breakaway I talked about? That's gone. Probably about 10 drivers in the lead group now. That'll happen in this particular track. Like I said, you stack up, you make a pass in certain corners, and it really stacks everybody back up because you lose that exit speed. Yeah, biggest gap probably when you get down, probably the top 12 between Nate Cicero and Brandon Tyner is about a second from 12th and 13th. Yeah, Cicero 2.4 seconds for the top 12. Tyner's trying to get up on the wheel. Behind him is Lucas Stako up 8 spots, as we said, 22nd to 14th. Stako back by 4/10 from Tyner. So that's really where the gap is there of 12th, 13th, and 14th. Norberg now the leader. Never a dull moment in X30 Senior, especially at a track like this. A lot of opportunities to overtake here at Homestead. Norberg pulling into 2nd as Ramirez has gone out front. Matias Ramirez, who we've seen over the last number of years running in the top-level shifter kart categories, and he was actually one of the top 5 runners of the KZ category of that Track Magic a couple of years ago at the Supernats. Running with Speed Concepts here, the Florida pilot. Nice little lead over Norberg by about 4 or 5 kart lengths now. Got to go deeper in the field to find the purple lap of 48.082 for Bryson Morris, your reigning Pro Tour champion. .082 for Bryson Morris. Started 20th, now 18th. See how far he can work his way up and whether or not the speed continues for the driver out of Tennessee. Stanfield now with the fast lap. Alex Stanfield, the rookie senior, 47.869. How about P5 for the Texan? 5th for Stanfield. Right out of junior and that championship right into senior. Stanfield was in the championship battle in the X30 Junior category all the way through that double weekend Summer Nationals. Ends up coming home in the 3rd position overall. Look at those drivers in X30 Junior last year. Carson Morgan, Brent Cruz, Alex Stanfield, Paul Bocuse, Jack Jeffers. Strong field. Stanfield coming home P3. Right now looking good. Running 4th. And got lots of room behind him as well. P4 for Stanfield. There's been a bit of a shakeup here. The 303 now of Dukmedjian in 5th. And it's a pretty significant gap from 4th back to 5th. It's got to be almost a second. They've been able to stretch away. Top 4 drivers looking good. It's Ramirez, Norberg, Benoit, yesterday's winner, and Stanfield. Benoit, of course, getting that victory yesterday with a couple of penalties that came down. Norberg actually had the spot, but eventually got a bumper, a full pushback bumper penalty. 10 seconds dropped him all the way back to, I think, 4th or 5th. Here's my results. P4. Stanfield kind of watching it right now. The gap, as I said, yeah, it's even more. I thought it was a second. It's 1.6 seconds. They've got a massive gap. Stanfield getting ready to go to work here now as Benoit's been able to work his way to P2. This is allowing Ramirez to stretch away a little bit as the leader. Behind that front running 4, it's 2 drivers running together. That's Dukmedjian and Opolsky. And then another gap of almost a second back to Tracidi and Montoya. In fact, more than that, there's really about 5 drivers in that group. 6 drivers actually in that next group. There goes Ramirez, Benoit, Norberg, and Stanfield. Then Dukmedjian, who goes purple alongside Opolsky. Then this big group coming through. Montoya, Tyner, Cicero, Nepvu, Tracini, Greenmeyer, Ports, Stako, McIntyre, Annunziata, Morris. They just keep coming. Yeah, outside the top 6, 7 on back. It's a dogfight. Man, driver's digging. Dukmedjian 47.828. It's 2/10 quicker than the leaders. He's 2.7 back with 13 to go. Not out of the question for both Dukmedjian and Opolsky to potentially get back in here as Dukmedjian again goes purple. Going to try to reel in the leaders here right now. 47.805 again. Over 2/10 quicker than Ramirez, 2.4 back. About a 10th faster than Stanfield. He's got 1.4 to that, so Stanfield's still in a pretty good spot. How about this? Stanfield has gotten by Ryan Norberg. Stanfield by the 4-time SuperKarts USA Pro Tour champion. Norberg, 4th. Stanfield to P3. What a great run for the rookie here in the senior category. And he's pulling away a bit from Norberg, who may have some trouble from Dukmedjian soon. This is a great run here right now for Alex Stanfield. Finished 10th yesterday. Able to get out in front of Norberg. We'll watch the lap times. Does he have anything to reel potentially in Ramirez? Mateus Ramirez is getting chased down a bit by Aaron Benoit. Can Benoit go back-to-back? That's not something I would have thrown out there. Of course, all that chaos that happened yesterday, Benoit got kind of pushed to the front with the issue with Dukmedjian and Tutulio, and of course Norberg as well. A lot of action changing the results there yesterday. Benoit took the lead and took the win when everything shook out with the rulings, and he is ready to go out here and win one on the racetrack as well, putting a lot of pressure, trying to roll up on Ramirez. Yeah, quicker, significantly quicker last time by the Ramirez, about 0.3 of a second. And Dukmedjian purple again. Only 0.2 behind Norberg, who goes his fastest lap at a 47.898. Norberg back up to the rear bumper of Stanfield. 2 drivers, front drivers trying to pull away Ramirez and Benoit. But Stanfield, Norberg, and Dukmedjian. Dukmedjian to the inside of Norberg and turn 8. Book it. Move Dukmedjian to P3. Dukmedjian, I believe a DQ yesterday, I think, if I'm not mistaken. I don't have the results right in front of me here. I've only got the one sheet in front of me. he was involved in the contact, unsafe re-entry after the contact that he had with Norberg over in turn 10, came back onto the racetrack. That unsafe re-entry caused the contact with DeTulio, and then his retaliation on the front straightaway eliminated him from the entire weekend. Stanfield still third, Dukmedjian fourth, Norberg fifth. Sixth spot right now is Opolsky. Got an update from Supercarts USA officials. The race will be a 20-lap race now, not a 22-lap race. Of course, the wave off at the start, so those 2 laps are getting pulled back. So I'm being told a 20-lap race. So I'll keep my eye on Aaron Likens and when he's throwing the 2-to-go sign. But I assume then past the halfway point. Could be just maybe 7 laps remaining. Benoit right on the rear bumper now of Martinez, and there's a pass there. Dukmedjian able to make the move by Stanfield. So Dukmedjian now into third, Stanfield fourth, Norberg still fifth, Opolsky in the sixth spot. Then it's the big gap back of about 4.5 seconds to Montoya running in seventh, bringing Tyner up 7 positions from 15th to 8th. Greenmeyer up 4 spots from 13th to 9th, and Santiago Trissini rounding out the current top 10. Nick Ramirez started 26th. He's worked his way up into 16th now, so a good run for Nick Ramirez as well, doing double duty in both KA100 and X30 Senior. New leader, Aaron Benoit. The U-Race driver, Benoit, has got by Ramirez. Oh, they're all closing. Norberg gets into the back of Stanfield. He goes up in the air a little bit. He'll lose a spot to Opolsky. So Norberg trying to get to the outside in turn number 8, climbed up the back of Stanfield and went off track a little bit. I don't know if there's any damage whatsoever to Norberg. Definitely could be a pushback on that. He's got to get up in the throttle still because he's not going to want that penalty to drop him further down the order. But he did make contact with the back of Stanfield. That said, Dukmedjian, the driver, I think on the move right now. Benoit goes to the lead. Ramirez trying to push him, but they got to watch out for Dukmedjian. Arias Dukmedjian is rolling right now. Right there up on Ramirez. Dukmedjian already has the win under the belt here today in the KA100 Senior class. Can he do it here again and go back-to-back in X30 Senior? Laps winding down. Again, I think there's 5 to go. I think we're only doing the 20 laps. So if you're watching live timing, it says 6 to go. I think we're down to just the 4 to go now. 4 laps remaining because they need a 20-lapper. Here's a move to the inside. No. That was a good. Martinez was there. Ramirez was thinking about going to the inside, but he came across the bow. Good battling further back with Montoya as well. Montoya, Greenmeyer, Tyner, and Trissini. Leaders coming back around. A little bit of a gap here now for Aaron Benoit as he's been able to pull away. What a follow-up this will be for yesterday's run. Benoit the leader, Dukmedjian second, Ramirez third as Dukmedjian's been able to get by. Stanfield trying to get to the podium. Can he get by? Opolsky fifth, Norberg sixth. Then the big gap back to the battle between now Montoya and Greenmeyer. There's the confidence of the win yesterday. Aaron Benoit on top of the box. Can he do it again here today, but actually on the racetrack? Yesterday he needed some penalties to advance him to P1. He's trying to do it on the racetrack right now. Aaron Benoit will see the 2 to go sign, this time by driver to Jupiter, Florida. Hey, I know a couple other guys from Jupiter, Florida. One of them, Oliver Askew. former IndyCar driver. We'll see him in the IMSA program this year. And Benoit leading. Duke Medjian trying to see what he's got left with 2 to go. Ramirez is going to have to hold off the young upstart, the rookie Stanfield, for the final position on the podium. Stanfield all over him. Alex Stanfield trying to go to P3, getting by Ramirez. Big move to the inside there for Benoit. They'll come now through. White flag flying this time by. Duke Medjian goes to P1. Here comes Stanfield. Here comes as well Ramirez. Duke Medjian takes the lead, as I said before. 2 laps cut off for the waved off start. Duke Medjian the leader. Benoit trying to find a way by. Opolsky's coming back into P5. Stanfield trying to find a way by. He can't get Ramirez yet. It's Duke Medjian looking to win both senior classes here today. They'll work their way down to 9. Opolsky thinking about the inside of Stanfield. Can't quite get the job done. It's still Duke Medjian out front. He's not going to get challenged. Stanfield trying to find a way by. Coming out through turns 10, 11, and 12. Back-to-back jacks here on Sunday. Duke Medjian with the win. Benoit second. Ramirez third. Stanfield fourth. Opolsky fifth. Norberg in sixth. Montoya seventh. Trissini up to 8th, Tyner 9th, and Greenmeyer rounding out the top 10. A little confusion from some of the people here's pit side at the end, wondering why we were cutting the race short. It's a 20-lapper. They cut 2 laps off because of the waved-off start. Nonetheless, Arias Duke Medjian on the final circuit able to find a way by Aaron Benoit. What a battle there to cap things off. Duke Medjian, Benoit, Ramirez, your unofficial podium. Alex Stanfield.